Hey everyone, so just a quick update. I have not been filming just because it's been such a busy weekend for me, and I've just been doing my best to really figure out how to go about my scheduling for everything that I'm doing because I have a lot to do in a day on top of, getting used to my new job and my new shift and schedule, and it's just been kind of hectic for me to find a really great time to film. I will do my best to get better at it on top of like fitting in my podcast project that I really want to do. But we're just going to jump into today's diary entry, and I believe it's entry number 9. 9. So we'll just get started. It's been like a up and down for me. Like I have okay days and it goes good, but then there's moments where I'm in my head or I'm overthinking, and so I'm doing my best to practice all the tools that I have, and sometimes that doesn't always help. And so I write in my journal, I listen to podcasts that I feel benefit me, I listen to music, I do creative things, I do things that just make me feel really happy or that I love to do. And I've been trying to cook more, and it's I feel like sometimes people don't realize how hard of a struggle it really is to get past overthinking and get past anxiety and stuff like that. And I myself was like, once I started therapy, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be able to get through this like really fast, and I'm gonna see lots of progress really quick, and I'm just gonna be a better me in like 4 months. It's been what, now we're in November. It's been about a year and a month that I've been going to therapy and working on myself, and it's a lot of progress since I've started, but I still feel like I have a ways to go, which isn't bad, and it's not something that I feel bad about or feel discouraged about, because I feel like everyone has their own pace that they go when they're making progress or growing. And mine is just taking a little bit longer than most, and I'm not sad or upset about it. I just want to continue making progress, and I want to continue growing for myself and learning to love myself more, and finding more of my self-worth. And it gets hard sometimes, especially dealing with other emotions and that being connected to other people. And it's really a process, and it's not something that's just gonna go away. It's something that you are gonna have to work as hard as you can daily, and that's what I'm doing. And on top of that, I'm trying to get my physical health better, and I'm doing what I can to make sure everything all around is going good. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I just want to have days where I just curl up in my bed and sleep all day, but I can't do that because then, it's gonna stunt my growth, and it's gonna stunt me from maybe even having an amazing day without me even realizing it. And so I am just doing everything physically possible to push through every single day, even when I don't want to. And it gets exhausting at times, and I will say there's times where I'm just like, I want to disconnect from everything and everyone, and I just take a moment and I do my best to practice gratitude for everything that I've been blessed with. And I do it daily. I do it every morning that I wake up. I do it every night that I go to sleep. I practice my daily affirmations. I continue to remind myself, which is something that I feel like most people should do, is that you should treat yourself like someone that you love. And just hearing that, it makes me so happy on the inside, because it's true. I love people so much, and I can give my whole heart and love with my whole heart. But sometimes I don't do that for myself, and I'm like, why are you not doing that for yourself? Like, you are the most important person in your life, and you're not even doing what you do for other people for yourself. Like, there's something wrong with that. If I'm loving all these people and giving them my whole heart, if I'm not even doing that for myself, like, and that sounds a little selfish, but I think, or at least I feel like if it does come to self-love, there's nothing wrong with you loving yourself more than other people. Like, if you're not gonna love yourself, then what does RuPaul say? If you can't love yourself, how are you supposed to love anybody else? And I think that's true. I feel like if you, and I feel like other people can sense when you don't fully love yourself the way you should. I feel like it attracts things that at first are great, but after a while it kind of dwindles. And something that I've been like listening to a lot is that when you fall in love with someone, a lot of the times you're basically looking at a mirror because it's reflecting all the things that you love about yourself, and you don't really realize it until, after the heartbreak and after, going through like the healing process and everything. And so, I've just been doing my best to keep my head on my shoulders, and I'm just gonna continue, pushing through. And if I feel bad because I don't really have a lot to say right now, just because I'm filming this on my lunch, and I want to continue doing this just because I want to be consistent, and I want to be consistent in everything that I've been doing in my life for the past 3 months that I've started, doing this diary and like doing my best to stay on journaling and, doing yoga every morning. And there's days where, I don't, just because things happen that are out of my control that I need to, go along with. And yeah, so excuse me. That's really gross. Sorry. I'm just doing my best to live Christopher's life, and I feel like there's still going to be rough times where you guys are going to end up seeing me laughing on screen or crying on screen or being upset on screen, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I want to be able to show that. I'm going to continue not editing these videos just because I want to keep it authentic, and I want to keep it as real and vulnerable as possible. I don't want to ever put up a wall where you guys are like, wow, like what happened? Like Chris was being so like authentic, and now it seems like so fake and so, scripted. And I don't want to do that. I'm not someone that's ever going to be like that. It's just not in my nature. And this is what you guys will see every single time. And, I'm always going to be, there are days where I'll probably look really good, and then there's days where I'm going to be looking bummy like I do right now because I'm at work. But other than that, I really appreciate the support. I love that I've been getting so much support and so much, what is the word? Appreciation for what I'm doing. It makes me happy to see people comment, and give their opinions and their testimonies. And it makes this more worthwhile, and it makes me feel good because that was the whole point of this. It was to reach people and to let people know that just because you're struggling doesn't mean you're crazy. It doesn't mean, that you're weird or anything like that. It just means you're a person who's dealing with things that, that you're able to connect with somebody else who's dealing with struggles. And just remind yourself that struggling is not a failure. It's you allowing yourself to grow. It's letting you know, yes, this is hard. Yes, you're struggling, but you're growing from this, if that makes sense. And so I just want you guys to take that with you today. And I love and appreciate all the support you guys are giving me. And I hope you guys continue watching. And I will talk to you guys in the next entry.